Well, that last weekend was a good opportunity for us, and we took advantage of it. Really proud of our program. I think it's a testament to what Coach Beard and his staff are doing. They're putting us in a position to win immediately, which I think that it's ironic. We went out to USC, and I left that game thinking that we could actually go to Marshall, compete and win. I thought there was a lot of good things that happened in that. I know the scoreboard that said maybe one thing, but I think if you really looked at it, there was a lot of correctable things, and we had an opportunity to go to the East Coast from the West Coast and compete and win, and we did. And just really proud of our guys, our coaching staff, our entire administration. There's been a lot of work put into this offseason to make sure that we're in a position to be able to compete at the FBS level. A lot of improvements going on, even as we sit here in Plaster Stadium, so we're excited about it. Cannot wait to welcome SMU to Plaster and Springfield. It's going to be a big day for the entire Southwest Missouri, and we're just excited to have it.
Patrick, I know on these road trips, a lot of times you're taking notes. This was a school in Marshall that has been through that move from FCS to FBS not that long ago. What were your takeaways on their facilities, and did you jot anything down of we got to try and bring that back to Springfield?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, they have upgraded some of their facilities in the last year or two. The deck there in the end zone was new. We at App State, we played there a few years ago. That did not exist at the time. Obviously, they have a good indoor facility. You better in Huntington, West Virginia. So there are definitely notes. They had hosted a Zach Bryan concert. I want to say like 2 weeks ago. So actually took a lot of notes on what they did with that. I think that's going to be a nice little windfall for their athletic department. So it's a lot of revenue generating ideas, and just they run a good program there. They've been highly successful for a really long time. I believe that was maybe the first loss on an opening day game in a long time. But yeah, I mean, they've got some really good things going on, and took some notes, and we continue to improve things here and take notes on how we can continue to do that over the next 5 or 6 years.
Patrick, I know trying to educate people into this new realm and everything else. Going into this game day, first game day of the season, are there tips? Is there advice that you're kind of going to throw out there that people may not be used to seeing in this environment that could come about on Saturday?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, my biggest thing is arrive early. Buy your ticket early. Don't wait until game day, because as great as Plaster can be, there are some challenges, right? When it was built way back when, the level of expectation from fans was different, right? So ingress, egress, we've got some issues there, getting people into the stadium and loading the stadium. I want to make sure that people are in their seats 30 minutes before kick. We've got some good things happening pregame. You're going to want to be in your seat. So that's going to be exciting, but get in and eliminate kind of the last minute ingress into the stadium. That's going to be key. If you wait till 10 minutes before the game to get your ticket, probably not recommended. So we've only got, 5 or 6 ticket windows out there. So we're going to try and maybe even set up a satellite location somewhere in Bearfest Village to try and just move some tickets early if there's going to be a really big walk-up crowd. Hopefully we don't have any tickets to sell on game day. But we're planning as we will. And then just, enjoy the day, right? Even, going back to what Plaster is, concessions, we're going to have a lot of people walking the stadium, selling drinks in the seats, hawkers. I'm trying to eliminate as many lines as possible. Obviously, we probably still need more concessions, more restrooms. We can't do anything about that right now. That's going to be the next 5-6 year problem that we're going to try and address. But get in the stadium early is probably my biggest concern in buying your ticket early. Buy the ticket early.
I know fan experience was the thing you guys really wanted to get better this year at. What are some of the more notable things you think that a fan who went to the last home game last year and what they'll see on Saturday, just some things will be different?
Well, if I told you everything, I'd have to kill you. But We've got we've hired Kelsey Tolbert, who's come in and is going to do some great things at all of our venues this year. So we're excited about getting some things out there. And honestly, the biggest thing with environment are the fans. I mean, we can put on the greatest show on the planet, but if there's nobody there to watch it, then it's going to fall flat. So the biggest thing for me is how can we continue to fill our venues so that the energy level is different. We got to attack our students. I think that we can have a great student crowd this week, the next couple of weeks. Even that Wednesday night game in October, I think, has an opportunity to have a great student impact. Those are the things that I think are going to be very noticeable if we just have that energy in the stadium. We are going to put on a good show, and I'm really looking forward to actually night games with the new lights. That's going to be really, really fun. That's obviously not going to be this weekend, but I think we've got some good things planned, and I'm excited about it.
You said like getting students, fans in the stands, that all starts with tailgating, and obviously with just everything going on in campus right now. What do you kind of imagine tailgating scene to be like? Is it going to be a full campus then with all the parking, and how do you kind of look at that plan out?
Yeah, so we've got a good parking plan. I think we've kind of expanding our tailgate options. Everything was the south of south of what is the road on the other side of Harrison, south of Harrison. All those are now tailgating lots. So we're expanding the opportunities to tailgate, and then obviously our student crowds kind of will be over in lot 24. And they'll be able to exit the tunnel, and the tunnel basically dumps out right at the student section. So if you have to walk back to your dorm, you got to walk past the student section. If you got to walk back to Bear Village, you got to walk past the student section. If you got to walk back to your fraternity and sorority house, you got to walk past the student section. So we're going to try and make sure that when they're walking by, we're going to push everybody in and get them into the stadium and fill it up. But a lot of, Bearfest Village is going to be expanded, bigger than ever. We're going to have some new things out there, some video components. If you came to party in the CUSA, maybe some things will look similar to what we did on that day. But all of our corporate opportunities and activations will be out there. And if anybody who's ordering large tailgates, whether that's even a fraternity or sorority, or all of our departments, large corporate things down by Glass and Strong, will be down there. So it should be full. It should be a raucous environment, so we're looking forward to it.
It's kind of the first taste of the national stage at the FBS level. What do you hope people take away from the game day experience, or just watching on TV and seeing the Bears at Foster Stadium?
It's a different age these days, right? There's a lot to compete with. You got a TV screen on in your hand all the time. So we're competing with people staying at home, or you could go play golf and watch the game on your phone, right? So there's a lot more competition these days than there was even 5-10 years ago, much less 20-25 years ago. So we need to make sure it's an environment that when people leave, people go, golly, I want to go back to that. I want to go back and experience that again. And hopefully that leads to those single game buyers being season ticket holders next year. And we got a plan in place over the next few years to be able to, I think we just passed our 2007 season ticket number this morning. So it's been, I don't know what the next one is, but it's been 25 years now since some of these numbers. So, we've got off to a good start, and this is year one of many, and we'll be able to grow this thing as we go over the next few years.
Speaking of year one, this is about a year ago since you got here.
Yeah.
Over that last year, can you kind of just give a summary of how you felt, what you like that you've done, what you hope to improve, and kind of go into year two for yourself? Yeah,
I can't speak enough of what Biff has allowed us to do. Dr. Williams has allowed us to do a lot of things this off season, and he knows the urgency in which we need to move to be FBS ready, as we call it. So there's been $10-11 million dumped into a lot of improvements this off season, whether it's our ESPN dock out behind plaster paint. It's amazing what a little paint will do, right? New seating in the upper portions that is actually being installed as we speak. Our lights, our field, There's just been a lot, and I know we have a long way to go, and I know everyone wants to focus on, the big $50, $60 million things. But a lot of this stuff, I mean, it was must-haves before we kick off this year. So we're excited about it. We're excited to welcome CBS Sports Network into the Plaster Stadium, and it won't be the only time that they visit this year. So we're excited about that. We're just really, really excited that our administration, our Board of Governors, has allowed us to do a lot of things this year, and I know they've got commitment in the future.
How are the ticket sales for this game? It seems like they're doing pretty good, but do you expect it to be pretty close to sold out?
Yes, we will be pushing it. It's going to be a really, really good environment. I hope if ticket sales are anything like they've been the last 36 hours, then we're going to be in a really, really good spot.
Do you expect pretty sizable SMU contingent to be here?
Yes, I think we'll see. I mean, their biggest game, I believe, I was looking at their schedule. I think they go to Clemson. But outside of that, I mean, this is a great trip, right? I mean, you can come to the Ozarks, go play golf, and make a whole weekend of it. So I hope their fans travel well. I think we got preliminary information that they should have a decent crowd. But regardless of how they show up, I know the Bears are going to show up and be loud.
Patrick, not trying to be funny here, but there was a nightmare story about concessions at a game not too long ago.
Yeah.
And running out of water.
Yes.
You mentioned the guys out selling in the stands. It's going to be hot Saturday. All that, I guess, has been considered.
Yes. So we've gotten with our concessionaire, and they have assured me that we will not run out of water. Coca-Cola is going to have plenty of product on site. The last thing we need to do, if nothing else happens good the rest of the day, don't run out of water, because it's going to be warm. I know we've kind of gotten used to the last 3 weeks to some unseasonably cool weather. So we'll return to summer this week, but it's going to be we'll have plenty of water, and I do worry. Just come hydrated, fans, in a good way. I want you to enjoy yourself, but come hydrated. We don't need people falling out in the stands, but it's gonna be a great environment, and we're really looking forward to it.
Patrick, you mentioned people coming into the stadium. You want to talk about the clear bag policy?
Yes. So, obviously, I can't recall the last venue I've been to that didn't have a clear bag policy. So we are instituting that this year. We just need to make sure that we're all buttoned up from a security standpoint. Eventually, we'll probably roll out some metal detectors, in the future. That's a pretty big ticket item. But, certainly we're going to hand out little pieces of paper that tells everybody this as soon as they pull into parking lots, so that one way or another, you're going to know that it's a clear bag policy before you get to the gates. But if for some reason you have bypassed all them talking about it this week, all the social media pushes, the emails, when you pull into our lots and you get something that actually says that it's a clear bag policy, we'll, hopefully you don't have to get to the gate and then go back to your car. So just please, get the clear bag. Our bookstore has them. We're going to have them on campus. So if you need one, we'll be able to have one close by that you can get. But it is something that's kind of just a necessary thing at these days. And I know, when we went out to USC, same thing. Marshall was. So it's not anything out of the norm. It's certainly the norm these days. But we appreciate everybody working with us, and we'll get you in, get your clear bag, and get your voice ready to yell.